There's a moment most adults know far too well. The moment when you collapse into bed at night exhausted, and yet deep down you realize something painful. You were busy all day, but nothing in your life actually moved forward. You replied to messages, you handled tasks, you attended meetings, you checked boxes, you did a lot. But if someone asked you, what did you accomplish today that truly mattered? The honest answer would be nothing. If this hits you harder than you expected, you're not alone. And you're not failing. You've simply fallen into something almost everyone falls into today, the activity trap. It's the invisible cycle of working hard but achieving nothing meaningful, of moving constantly but going nowhere. And once you understand how this trap works, you'll see why so many people stay stuck for years without realizing it. Because the activity trap isn't about laziness, it's about confusion. The confusion between motion and progress. Motion feels productive. Progress is productive, but your brain doesn't know the difference. When you check emails, answer messages, or reorganize your desk, your brain gives you a burst of dopamine. It's a reward, a little signal that says, "Good job, you did something." But in reality, you didn't move your life forward at all. Your brain loves this kind of motion because it feels safe, familiar, and easy. Progress, on the other hand, is uncomfortable. It requires focus. It demands clarity. It forces you to confront what truly matters and what you've been avoiding. And so your brain keeps you busy. It keeps you moving. It keeps you feeling productive while distracting you from the work that would actually change your life. This is why days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years, with your goals sitting in the exact same place. It's not because you're not trying, it's because you've been pouring all your energy into the wrong bucket. Let's make this brutally clear. Here are the signs you're trapped. You end a day tired, but not proud. You start your morning reacting instead of choosing. You finish dozens of tasks, but your real goals don't move. Everything feels urgent, but nothing feels important. And your life isn't changing even though your schedule is always full. If any of this sounds familiar, there's a reason, and it goes deeper than productivity. Being busy protects you. It protects you from the uncomfortable truth that maybe you're not working on the right things. Maybe you've been putting your effort into things that look productive from the outside, but lead nowhere on the inside. Busyness gives you a shield. It lets you say, at least I'm doing something, instead of facing the reality that your something isn't taking you anywhere. To see this clearly, picture a man named Alex. He's hardworking, he's ambitious, he wants to grow. Monday morning, he wakes up early, he checks his messages, then email, then Slack, then a quick meeting, then some tiny tasks that feel easy and satisfying. He ends the day feeling drained, but strangely empty. Tuesday looks the same. So does Wednesday. And Thursday. By Friday, he's worked all week, but nothing in his life has changed. He's done a lot of motion, but zero progress. This is hamster week, the week so many adults live on repeat. But there's a way out.
There is one question that breaks the activity trap completely. It's not complicated, it's not fancy, it's not even long. It's this. What is the one thing today that will actually move my life forward? Not the thing that's easiest, not the thing that's loudest, not the thing that other people want from you, not the thing that makes you feel busy, the thing that moves your future. This question forces your brain out of motion and into progress. And once you know the one thing that matters most, the next step is simple, but powerful. Do it first. Not after you check email, not after you scroll your phone, not after you handle tiny tasks, not after you clean your desk. First. Because your first 60 to 90 minutes are the only moments in your day where your brain is fresh, calm, focused, and capable of deep, meaningful work. When you let the world into your attention first, you lose those minutes forever. So every morning, before you respond, react, or engage with anything, you protect one block of time just for your needle-moving task. This single habit can change your entire trajectory. If you're a creator, that means writing before checking messages. If you're a freelancer, that means sending your proposal before touching admin work. If you're an employee, that means preparing the presentation that will actually advance your career before you dive into small tasks. If you're building a skill, that means practicing the real craft before you organize, read, or plan. This is the habit successful people live by, and the one average people ignore. Because average people get pulled into motion. Successful people choose progress. And here's the system that makes it work. The system that gets you out of the activity trap for good. Step 1. Choose your needle mover, the single task that matters 10 times more than everything else you could do today. Step 2. Do it first, protected, uninterrupted, and with full attention. Step 3. Give yourself one deep work block each day. No multitasking, no notifications, no distractions. Step 4. Say no to everything that doesn't support your priorities, because every yes is a no to your future. Step 5. Measure progress by outcomes, not hours, not effort, not busyness. Ask yourself at the end of each week, what truly moved my life forward? If you can answer that honestly, your life will start to change faster than you expect. Because once you escape the activity trap, your days feel lighter, your mind feels calmer, your choices feel clearer, your progress becomes visible, and for the first time in a long time, you're not just moving, you're moving forward. If this message resonates with you, and you're ready to stop being busy and start being effective, you're in the right place. Subscribe for more videos like this: psychology, focus, deep work, and the systems that help you build a life you're proud of. Small wins, daily. That's how everything changes.